Bonjour! My name is Abomination, and welcome back to the RoDL Week 6 versus Blatle, Helgen Hydreigons. I've never fought them before, but I have been wanting to for a while. But that being said, I would have liked to prep more from this, but I still prepped a little bit, right? Their team is Latios, Urshifu, Rapid Strike, Porygon 2, Sylveon, Bronzong, Sarina, Golurk, Vanillux, Rotom Fan, and Meowstic. For the 6, I think they're going to bring Latios, Urshifu, Rapid Strike, I think Sylveon, Bronzong, Sarina, and Rotom Fan. I do not think Porygon 2 will come. I do not think Golurk will come. Like I just said, I think those 6 need to come. I think Rotom Fan has to come because I have Skarmory, which sets up hazards, and that's the best defogger he has that counters Skarmory. And Latios could defog as well. It won't happen. Right, but I think Urshifu is going to come simply because it's just so strong. It's like it hits pretty hard, it's always getting crits. But let's see what I have to beat it. Up first is Quinton.
My name is Mysterious.
Zoroark with black glasses and stuff. I didn't think he had the best matchup, but I needed something to stop and calm my Latios. And it also helps with Bronzong forcing it out. I have a lot of attack, a little bit of a decent amount of special attack, and a lot of speed, pretty much to outspeed most of his team. 323. Like I outspeed most of his team. I outspeed Urshifu. That's what it's for. I outspeed Urshifu unless it's scarfed. 301 attack and 300 special attack. Illusion. I have knockoff, Sucker Punch, Sludge Bomb, and U-turn. I'm kind of tempted to switch. I'm actually very tempted to switch U-turn with. I'm very tempted to switch U-turn with either Grass Knot or Extrasensory. Yeah, Grass Knot. It's gonna be Grass Knot I switch it to because of Golurk, but I hit Golurk pretty hard anyways. Obviously with knockoff and such. Right, next is Banneret. I'm bringing her this week. She can take on any Urshifu that's not choice banded and bulk up. She can take on a Scarf Urshifu pretty much. Rocky Helmet there will really devastate. It will do 50% of Urshifu's health if it hits me with a Surging Strikes, and that is about 50% to Banneret if it's banded. Max HP, max defense with the Impus Nature Sturdy. I didn't want weak armor, and Keen Eye is pretty useless. Right? And, yeah, so Urshifu is a bit of a problem with the bulk up. I have Drill Peck, Roost, Defog, and Whirlwind. Drill Peck is there for the Choice Banded set. Whirlwind is there for the bulk up set. Unfortunately for me, it doesn't kill it, obviously, it forces it to switch. Which is not ideal, because I have to take a hit first before it switches out, and +1 is the same as a banded hit, and +1 close combat with an item boosting it, matter of fact, hits pretty hard. Obviously it does some damage to it, and then it forces it out, and yeah, so that's nice. Yeah. For way more this time, this is my switch into Latios. I take a pretty heavy amount of damage from his specs attacking Latios, and a Calm Mind one cannot set up Calm Mind. We'll see why. Leftovers. I have max HP, a lot of special defense, and the rest in special attack. I have no speed investment, but his guys are relatively slow, and then it jumps to Urshifu with 97, which I pretty much outspeed. 268. No, I don't. Not even. 268. No, I don't outspeed it, but whatever. Moonblast leads into Encore and Protect. Protect, if Urshifu comes in on me wanting to push Poison Jab, I can just push Protect. Right? This is the same setup about last week, and it was very powerful. Obviously it went down eventually, but it was very annoying. I stopped the calm minding thing, so I stopped calm mind again with stop calm minding Latios. And whittle it away with Leech Seed and hit it with Moonblast. It cannot do anything. If it calm minds, I encore it when I switch in. With Specs, it's a little bit harder for me to deal with Flamer for sure. But if it locks itself into a Dragon move, obviously it doesn't work. If it locks itself into a Psychic move, obviously I can switch in Quinton.
My name is Mysterio.
And if it locks into Mystical Fire, or is this any other random coverage, it shouldn't be that much, it shouldn't hit that hard. For Waymore, I mean. I have endgame this time, Moringa Berry, which will boost my special defense if I'm hit with a special attacking move. That's just kind of there, right? I have max special defense, good amount of HP, and a good amount of defense. Scrappy, so I can hit Golurk with normal fighting type moves. Body Slam, Curse, Heal Bell, and Milk Drink. I needed Scrappy so I can hit Golurk so I'm not just walled. This pretty much wins the game if I can get rid of Urshifu and Bronzong. It doesn't pretty much win the game, it's still obviously. If it's going nicely, she's at full health, and Bronzong and Urshifu are really weak. It should be very good. Even if Urshifu is alive, if I am at +1 and hit with the Body Slam, it does about 50% to it with no investment. Because it's actually very physically bulky with 100 HP and 100 defense. It's actually more physically bulky than Endgame is here. Which is crazy stuff, actually. But it's slower than Endgame normally. But whatever. And Bronzong, if it's really, really weak, I can beat it, but it doesn't really do anything to me, really, so I can actually kind of beat it still. Obviously it's going to reflect. It can't hit me with anything. There's nothing Bronzong can do that would beat Endgame here. Maybe if it confused me with Confuse Ray. That's its only chance. I'm bringing Fen Astral again. This is a 3-point mon I keep bringing over and over and over again. Max HP, almost max defense, and actually a good amount of speed. That speed there is so I can outspeed a Bronzong. I'm slower in it, base stats are slower than Bronzong. However, he has to put at least 40 EVs into speed, I think about that, to outspeed Fen Astral, and I'm not convinced he's going to put 40 speed in there. So outspeeding that is actually pretty important, and I'll tell you why in a second here. Synchronize, just because Toxic is annoying. Psychic, Calm Mind, Shadow Ball, and Moonlight. If Bronzong decides to poison me, Synchronize won't work. If anything else poisons me to stop me from swooping, they're going to get poisoned too, and I have Heal Bell. But anyway, it's important to outspeed Bronzong because if it has Light Screen, it's very good at stopping Fen Astral. However, if I'm faster than it when the light screen ends, I can hit it with a big Shadow Ball before it sets it up again. Or I force him to switch. Either way, and then something has to take a Shadow Ball. He has no normal types on his team, so Shadow Ball hits pretty hard, actually. Moonlight is obviously there because it's good. Calm Mind and Psychic. I can actually take Choice Banded hits. Kind of. From a Urshifu. Choice Banded Jolly I can take, which I feel like he has to be. He has to be Choice Banded Jolly, or else, like, I have a few things that are gonna potentially be faster. Like Zapdos and Endgame are around its speed. It's 97. Both of those are 100. So yeah. And then speaking of which, Zapdos is here. Leftovers. Max defense. Good amount of HP, a little bit of special defense, a little bit of speed, and a little bit, and then decent, moderate amount of special attack. I have Static because if he goes for Surging Strikes on Zapdos, that's 3 different chances to paralyze it, which is going to suck for him. However, he does have a good amount of Aromatherapists and Heal Bell uses. Thunderbolt, Metal Sound, Roost, and Hurricane. Metal Sound is there. Still Porygon 2, and Sylveon can't just sit there and wall me. Metal Sound hits through substitutes as well. Just doesn't really mean too much, but it does. And then Roost obviously keeps me alive against those sort of things. Yeah, this was Zapdos is kind of neat. I can take hits, obviously, from Urshifu. It has to go for Stone Edge or Surging Strikes, really, to do damage to me. Ice Punch as well. And I think Ice Punch he would have to be banded in order to do over 50% to me. And if he gets paralyzed, obviously I can Roost, and I get rid of my weaknesses to Rock and Ice, which is very nice, right? Obviously. So that's my whole team. That's what I'm going to bring for week 6. It's a decent squad. I like it. I have a couple of win cons. And another thing, Hurricane is relatively spammable as well against this team. Bronzong resistant, and I want to get all the damage on Bronzong as I can. So that's going to be it. I'm going to end this now and get right to the battle. We'll start shortly here, okay? See you later.